talking about mRNA vaccine. That vaccine goes into your DNA and it disassembles your DNA and it recreates it somehow, and you are cured. Now, in this century, in this era, in this year, we got things that can change our DNA. And what me and Sherry were talking about is life extension. Maybe
immortality.
Immortality. The human body has like this thing that it could live on for 300 years, and there's this thing in our own blood cells, like the telomeres, which shorten our life span.
So yeah, the telomeres are the caps on the end of DNA. So every time the cell replicates, the telomere gets shorter. So yeah, eventually when it's too short, the cells can't replicate, and wherever that happens first, you'll have an issue with that organ or whatever it is. So that's one of the ways of aging,
this is one of the ways of aging. And on mice, they've increased the mice's life by like 30%, 20 or 30%. So in today's technology, we have the ability for us guys to live like a 120, 130 years easily. And as soon as you start taking the medicine, every day I wake up, I look older. And as soon as you take that medicine, every day you wake up, you start looking younger.
Well, it's possible. I would love. I would love for that be the case, but for that to be the case. But
कहाँ से मिलेगी
no, but I agree that we're heading in that direction. We're heading in that direction. यही बेचना चाहेंगे, बेचेंगे सारे लोग, हर जगह मिलेगी.
वही कि स्टूडियो मुझे पता चल रहा है I could live on till 120. Like okay, सही है यार.
Yeah.
So we were discussing. Think about the precautions. मतलब कि we have what is इंसान का purpose क्या है?
Another word before this giant question. Another word on the life extension stuff, that we've already done that a lot. We already used to live until 30, 40 years old, and now we live until 80, 90 years old. This is not a new thing. We've been doing this. We make ways of making sure we don't get certain diseases, like vaccines. We make sure we sanitize our hands before surgery so the guy doesn't have to cut his leg off. There's so many things that we've learned that have allowed us to live longer and allowed us to rehabilitate things that were going wrong with us. So we have loads of different ways of doing that also, even with the heart. There's no reason to think that we wouldn't take it to the next level. Now that we've seen there's like 4 or 5, like again I'm not an expert, but there's 4 or 5 pathways of how we age, right? There's oxidation, there's DNA damage, something called mTOR, and there's a few of these things. But now that they've named these things and they know these things, there are people researching them, and the best we can do as normal people is like try to support that in some way. Try to either invest if you can, or get the word out about that this is the thing we need to be looking at, because we could very easily be living to, I know it sounds radical to say, but we could very easily be living to like 200. Why not?
That's a little jump,
because the brain that is a jump,
a world record. But when you get to that,
we got like 130-year-old already, right? So yeah, the brain can hang on for a long time. It can have problems earlier as well, but as long as the brain can hang on, I think we can take care of a lot of this stuff if we get our shit together.